All right, good Friday morning, and we are finally at the end of another bloody week. Futures are trading right around the pivot, right on the pivot. Matter of fact, at 689. We are. Jobs number came out worse than expected. They were expecting about 7.6. I think they forecast 7.9. They hit minus 8.1 or plus 8.1. So it's another 651,000 jobs lost in February. Bigger question I have, I mean, that number was expected to me. Big deal. It was kind of selling off into it. So the market has rallied, a little relief rally here off that bottom of 676 yesterday. And we're now, a couple percent above that at 690. Hey, if we trade above it, great. Let's go to the long side for Friday and give the bulls a break, and we'll trade it to the upside. It doesn't matter to us, and that's the beauty of trading. You come in every day with a different perspective. Pivot keeps you right-sided, and that's all that matters. And you do have a choice in the matter here, as Amy Mann is singing. So the oil's up. Gold's up. We had bought gold the other day at 906. The reason we bought it was basically pulled off about 10%. Everybody, was selling it hard when it got to that 1,000 number again, double top, the obvious chart pattern. So once that pulled back to the 900 level, I started nibbling. I really thought I'd have to buy it back to 870, 880, but 906 was the only buy I bought. I sold a little the next night for a quick 1% gain, and then I sold the remaining this morning at about 945. So gold gave you a nice little 5% rally here in about 2 days, which isn't too shabby, and that's, as a trader, what you're looking for. And you're back to cash, your risk is safe, and you're on to the next trade. So again, as far as Fridays go, I don't particularly love Fridays. My favorite trading days are kind of in the middle there, Tuesday through Thursday. Mondays and Fridays are kind of junky. You'll see action in the middle of the day, but other than that, you want to step out earlier than usual and let the degenerates kind of play on the fringes, because the mornings and the ends on Mondays and Fridays I find are pretty strange and choppy and not as liquid. And I like to use the analogy of the old lady playing blackjack, like in the movie Swingers. You sit down at a table and you got the old lady who takes a hit on a 17 and she pulls a 4 and screws up she wins, but screws up the deck for the rest of the players at the table. And I would say that trading futures is much like that. You don't want to play in the illiquid times. You don't want to play overnight. You want to play in the windows where there is volume. And to me, that volume is the first hour and a half, 2 hours of the day, and the last hour and a half, 2 hours typically. However, there's a caveat. Fridays typically tend to be, especially if there's a holiday, tend to get lighter and lighter at the end of the day. So maybe just the morning trade and then step out the rest of the day. So here we are Friday. Jobs Friday. Everybody's exhausted. Counterintuitive to think that, yes, the jobs numbers are bad, so we should go down. Well, that's where you got to follow the chart and forget about your bias. Trade them as you see them, and today we may be to the upside. So we're sitting right on the pivot. I don't know which way we're going to go. I'd buy it above it, sell it below it. Other than that, keep trading. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next Monday, excuse me.